Okay, guys, in this video, we're going to look at four problems where we're finding the area of a regular polygon. So this is going to be number one, a triangle. Number two, I think, is a heptagon, number two is a heptagon. Number three is an octagon, and number four is a pentagon. So we're going to get to see a little variety here in our solutions. Let's look at this first one. So this is a triangle. We're using our common formula, and I'll circle this in yellow just at the top here. Area equals 1/2 times apothem times perimeter. Now the apothem, we've talked about this before, runs from the center of the polygon to the middle of one of the sides. In this case, the apothem measures 4√3 divided by 3. The other thing we need to know here is the perimeter. The perimeter is going to be the side length times the number of sides. In this case, that's 8 times 3, so that's going to be 24. Notice that the triangle has 1, 2, 3 sides that are all the same length because it's a regular polygon. So our area formula here becomes 1/2 times A, which is this 4√3 over 3, times the perimeter, which we said was 24. Okay, so let's start simplifying this a little bit. The first thing we can do is multiply this half by the 4√3 over 3. We can do top times top, bottom times bottom. That's going to leave us with 4√3 over 6, and we're multiplying that by 24. Now, one thing I'm noticing that we could do real quick here is divide that 24 by that 6. That leaves us with 4. So if we now multiply 4√3 by 4, we get 16√3 as our final area. Let's look at number 2. This is a heptagon, so we've got 7 sides. Our apothem right in the center here looks like 14.4. And our perimeter is going to be this 13.9 times 7. I'm going to need a calculator out for that one. So give me a moment as I grab that. Okay, and it looks like 13.9 times 7 is going to give us 97.3. Okay, so we've got 97.3 as our perimeter. We've got 14.4 as our apothem, and we're actually ready to jump into our formula. So again, area is going to equal 1/2 times apothem times perimeter. Okay, so now we plug in what we know. That's 1/2 times 14.4. By the way, I'm already looking at that 14.4 and dividing it by 2 in my head. I think that's probably going to give us 7.2. And we're multiplying that by 97.3. Okay, that was that perimeter. So again, 1/2 times 14.4 gives us 7.2. I divided 14.4 by 2 there. And we're multiplying that by 97.3. Again, I think you want to use the calculator for this one. So if we multiply that out, that's going to give us 700.56 as our final answer here. So 700.56 is our final answer there. Let's look at number 3. Now this is an octagon. Okay, so we've got 8 sides. And this is going to be 1/2 A times P, just like we've used in the past. Okay, so here our apothem, running from center to middle of side, is 14.5. So I'm going to start filling in this area formula with our actual numbers. So we got 14.5 as our apothem. That's not going to divide well by 2. Let's come back to that. And with respect to the perimeter, we can do 12 times 8, which is going to give us 96. That is going to divide well by 2. So I'm going to suggest that we actually just divide this 96 by that 2 in the next step. And that's going to give us 14.5 times 96 divided by 2 is 48. Okay? This is one where we probably want to turn to the calculator at this point. We could do 29 times 24, but I would rather just do it as is to avoid any mistakes. So we got 14.5 times 48, and that is going to give us 696 as our final answer for the area. Looking at number 4. So here's our last one. This is a pentagon, 5 sides. So here we've got the area equals 1/2 times apothem times perimeter. And now let's start plugging stuff in. So our apothem here is 5.1. And our perimeter is going to be this 7.5 times 5. Let's think about that. What is that going to equal? Well, 7.5 times 5 is going to give us 37.5. Remember, I'm always taking the side length and multiplying by the number of sides to get that perimeter. Okay, so there is our perimeter. So if we plug some stuff in, 5.1 was our apothem. Our perimeter was 37.5. And we have to multiply all that by half, which is the same as dividing by 2. So what we probably want to do is just multiply all this together in the calculator. One way to do that would be to multiply 0.5 by 5.1 by 37.5. And that is going to give us 95.6. That's not a 6. Let me erase that. So it's actually going to give us, let me finish erasing that. That wasn't quite good enough. That's going to give us 95.625. 625 is actually 5/8, which makes some sense here. And that's our final area. So guys, the next thing we're actually going to do after this video is move on to some areas and perimeters of similar figures. But before we do that, we're going to have a little project. So please check the Google Classroom page for more details. Thanks for watching and see you next time.